Okay, we continue. This is my little shop I'm making for myself. Got my pegboard up there, and a few bits of shells, lots of power sockets, a dresser there to put tools in, and a desk behind here that I'm going to put my computer on. And yes, that is one of them, as Tony said, the infamous mini lathe, the 7x14, which I haven't really used. I've had it a couple of years, but I haven't really used it. Basically because I screwed up and ordered the wrong tooling. And, well, to get tooling for something like this in Canada, you're fighting a losing battle. But I've got some high-speed steel for it. I actually bought 1/2" tooling for it, not realising at the time that it was, I think, 3/8 or 8mm tooling it was needed. Got myself a quick change tool post on it, and the problem I had was that when I had the 1/2" tooling in it, or 12mm, even with the tool post right at the bottom, I still couldn't get below centre height. So it was then another 3 weeks to order some high-speed steel from AliExpress, one of my favourites. And then winter set in. It used to be in my shop, outside, and it was just far too cold. Anyway, got the mill apart. I watched his workshop when he did his, and he said it was a quick 10-minute job. I'd like to see Aid's watch. I know he collects watches, but I'd like to see how he looks at them, because that has taken me about 3.5 hours. And that thing there is the heaviest goddamn piece of steel for the side of it I have ever had to lift in my life. And I've had a quick look on it, and yeah, it leaves a bit to be desired. I'll give you more information as we go along, where I got it from and what I paid, and, well, basically the whole experience of it. But yeah, as AD did with his, he cleaned it all up and stoned everything, and this is going to need the same. There's lots of overspray, lots of sharp edges, you know. I mean, this company has CNC in its title. I don't know how it can do that, but I'll just show you this bolt. If I can. Where's my camera? Right there. Focus. This bolt, you can see on there the actual burrs and slithers of steel. You know, they couldn't even run the bolt through a die properly. That is all steel right there, that's hanging off the bolt, sharp as anything. So there's little things like that that are going to need sorting. And, well, yeah, I'll show you the column. And AD pointed out on his, it's had some token scraping, as you can see. And right down the bottom here, where the column fits to the actual base, because it bolts on from the back, you can see there where they've actually used what looks like to me a flap disc. I mean, there's nothing here, I can't feel nothing here, but here there is a step, and here, and nothing here. They've ground this all off, but this is all burred up. And I mean, they couldn't even grind in a straight line. Look at it. Incredible. A big chip out of the casting on this corner. Everything is razor sharp. Absolutely razor sharp. I'll show you. That was me scratching my nail and actually peeling nail off on the edge of that. Sharp as anything. It's going to need a lot of, well, I've got to find my little stone first. I ordered that about 5 months ago and it's on a shelf somewhere amongst all my other crap. I also got a lot of accessories to go with the mill and the lathe because they all came from the same company and it was all part of the same shipping price. So like the 4-jar chuck, I think I'll get the price list of everything and show you it, but the shipping on one of them cost more than that chuck actually did. So I thought, why not just buy these from the same company and they shipped them on the same pallet. But that's for the lathe anyway, and you get your run-of-the-mill plastic toolbox. I'll get everything out, but what I've got to do now is go back up there and start working on the lathe, and that is going to be fun. Alright, till later. Yeah, you can see the tools I've had out. It's all metric, the machines. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off all the accessories. I've got the steady rest and the follow rest with it. I'm going to take off the tailstock, take off the carriage and the other two bits, and the chip guard, the back chip guard. I didn't get a chip tray with it, which is quite astonishing. And I'll tell you all about this once I get it down there, and this is going to be fun because this is heavy. I believe this is something like 248 kilograms. But my plan is get my neighbour over. He's got a Kubota tractor and I'm going to get him to lift it and put it onto the top of the steps. I'm going to put sheets of wood across there. So there'll be a sheet of wood across here and across there, and some thin sheets of wood down the stairs. And what I plan to do is protect everything and put a block of wood here. I've got an ATV with a winch on, and I plan to put it on the sheets of wood and push slide it, and then once we get over the point of balance, I'll let the ATV winch it down the stairs. All being good, it should work pretty good. I used to be a recovery mechanic in the army, so I know about winches and angles and pulling stuff and pushing stuff. But that's my plan. It's a full set of stairs down into my full basement, and they're quite steep, but it should be okay. And that's what I plan to do. Winch it from outside, across and down, and then when I get it down there, I'll put it on a couple of trolleys with caster wheels on it, wheel it into the shop, and then figure out a way to lift the damn thing onto the bench. Well, that's another project. I haven't gotten that far yet. So until then, I'll get cracking.